Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Saturday afternoon action on the show. It's Tennessee taking on Stockton. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And on the mound today, number 1. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, if you remember last year, this guy had 19 wins, and that's an impressive number. And hopefully he took into the offseason motivation to get to 20, because anytime you get close to sort of one of those, next level benchmarks and don't get there, it's a good thing because you had a successful season, but it also leaves a kind of a bitter taste in your mouth because you didn't get to that level. So we'll see what kind of chip he pitches with on that shoulder this year.
That one missing inside. Smoked on the ground, a second. On to first. Out. One up, one down. And let's take a look at the lineup. Still early in the season, but so far it has been a struggle for this team, ranking towards the bottom in both on base and runs. They do have some power.
Yeah, and you expect a club like this to gel and to put things together. When you break camp of spring training, sometimes you're a little too anxious. You're trying to make things happen instead of allowing them to happen. And I think that's going to happen eventually for this team.
There's the swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 1-2. On the ground. Slings to first. Out. Nice efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
And next is the designated hitter, Noelvi Marte. 2 out, space is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two down, nobody on. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
Ball.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And now it's filled up. Ruiz to bat next. Two outs. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss, struck him out. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Back here in San Francisco. And today's starting pitcher, Tristan McKenzie. What's the scouting report on him?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now it's the shortstop, number 5. Swing and a miss. Going to count 1-2. McKenzie with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Slams into the wall and hangs on.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Amador now at the plate. Move to second, and he's back in there.
Hey. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Zips it to first.
He's out.
Got him. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. Singy, we're looking at a young lineup here. Not much experience, but they're going to bring a lot of energy to the field.
Yeah, and that's just it, Boog. We expect this lineup to play hard no matter what. They are an exciting group to watch.
Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And that one almost got him. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms.
And that's the inning. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the second baseman, Mark Ruiz. Righty delivers. Yeah, that's fouled off. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a 3-2. Goes down looking. And here's the first baseman. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Pitch misses. 3-2 now.
Full count.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Amador. The throw to first, out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second. Here's the veteran first baseman, Andres Chaparro. Chaparro with some impressive production lately. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Hendrick has a beat on it. One away.
Right fielder.
Snow, the next to hit.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Second inning here, no score. Collier throws to first in time.
Batting seventh. Left fielder. Yasiel Fernandez.
Here's the left fielder.
Ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Two balls.
Instead of letting
Two
the hitter
strikes.
get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Got him swinging. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. This one popped up. Coming on. Got it. Really had to move for that grab. And there's one away.
Excellent job. And I tell you what, the times that I played left field, getting a play like that, you love the opportunity to make it.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Top of the third, no score. Just missed.
Two balls. One strike. Hook. 2-2.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And it stays fair.
Number 2.
So up next, Lantigua. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1-2. Ball.
Man at first, one away. That one
Full
just
count.
misses. Full count now. Go Chris through the early stages. He hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game.
Ball four.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Here's the third baseman.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Off the
Ball
mark
2.
there. And it's 2-1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
High fly ball out towards left field. Into the corner, but foul. Here's the 2-2. Double play ball to second. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Edwin Arroyo digs in now.
In the grand scheme of things, this at bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at bat.
And a count 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the power hitting catcher, Ozzie Bartlett. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
No.
Next one misses, and a count 2-1.
But this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. On to first, throws sails on him, and it takes off down the line. And he's going to make it up to second base, as that's a two-base error. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now the DH, Zach Veen. Runner takes off, fought off foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the second game of the series. Pitch misses there, 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Check on the runner, and he's back in easily. Bartlett stands at second with no outs. Pitch misses. 3-2 now.
Full count.
And ball four, two aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
He's looking for a strikeout or a ball on the ground for a double play to sort of calm this situation down.
That just misses, and it's 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Now the third baseman. Ball to strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Just missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And that'll load the bases.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Now it's the second baseman, Adael Amador.
This at-bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
And a count 1-2. Bases loaded, one away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
And next will be the cleanup hitter.
Ball 2.
Skips in, and excellent work to
One
corral that one. Could have been dangerous. Two outs.
Ball 3.
Big, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. One runs in. Here comes the throw. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And they take a 2-run lead.
But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
First and second, 2 outs. Andres Chaparro getting ready to hit. And there's the strike. Oh, look at the stop. Nicely done for the out. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. On to inning number 4. The Tigers lead it 2-0. Back here at Oracle Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Noelvi Marte. Just missed.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
3-2 now.
Full count.
To the right side. He steps on the bag. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Mark Ruiz will hit next.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
2-1.
1 out, bases empty. That's hard hit on the line. Condon puts it away for the out. Out number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Check swing, and he went. That is strike 2.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. And that's in the dirt. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Garcia strikes him out for the second time today. And we're back. And now, Snow.
Right fielder, number 25.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Well, these guys doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Now the left fielder.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
And strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball left side.
Foul ball.
And foul ball. Bases empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires the first. And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
2 down, bases empty. Ozzie Bartlett now at the plate. Next offering is in for a strike. Hard hit right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Sean Sullivan on a pitch out of the pen here.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
No.
Movement in the bullpen. Joe Ross, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Criswell also throwing. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
This one in the air, center field. Amador hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Here's the left fielder. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that just misses.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one ripped. Raging back towards the wall. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Well, I think the wind ended up being a factor right there. It's ripping in from right field right now. So otherwise, I think that ball's out of here.
And here's the catcher. That one fouled off. One and two here. Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the DH, Zach Veen. Outside, 2-1. Activity in the bullpen. Kevin Rosales getting loose out there. Spires also getting ready. And he grounds one to the right side. Tosses to first.
He's out.
And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Back to the top of the lineup. And the batter will be the shortstop. Pitch in the dirt. And it's 2-1. Hot shot to third. High throw to first, and he can't reach it. But no one moves up as it's backed up nicely there.
Just kind of sailed that throw and pulled it across his body towards the right field side of first base. And usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target. And I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tristan McKenzie is done. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Kevin Rosales gets the call from the pen.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Man at first. Now the number 2 hitter. Runner takes off. And that one fouled off. On the ground.
That's foul.
And that's just foul. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
And now Adael Amador. Here's a 1-1. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Runner at second, 2 down. The 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Lantigua digs in now. Lantigua struggling on the road this season. Better results at home. And 1-2.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
That one inside. 2-2. That's inside. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, he hammered that one to center. I thought it was out of here, but Wynn just absolutely killed it.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the third baseman. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. As this one sized up, puts it away for the out. And there's two down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a base hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Swings through that.
2-2.
Up the middle, Amador. They get the force. Third out, and that ends the frame. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Tigers out front, 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's going to be number 7. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Andres Chaparro, the next to hit. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Collier jumps, throws sails over his head at first. And this ball's going to wind up out of play.
Well, that was a throw that just shouldn't have been made. They scored a single and an error, so the official scorer doesn't believe a good throw would have gotten an out, and neither do I. We can't hear it from up here, but I wonder if anyone was telling him just to eat the throw. You know, that's where communication on the infield can sometimes help out a ton.
And that's outside. Now 2-2. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely.
Runner breaks for third. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Good eye right there.
Full count.
Swings and misses. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Now the left fielder. The 1-1. That one missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And that misses. Full count now.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Joe Ross.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Mark Ruiz. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And he swings over the top there.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Amador drops into the glove, and there's one down.
Now that number 22.
And now the first baseman. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Jeff Criswell getting ready to go. Gomez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. One down, base is empty. Outside. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
And now the right fielder, Austin Hendrick. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2 outs. Outside, and it's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
It's not easy laying off that pitch. It's designed to fool you, but he just wasn't fooled at all.
Here's the left fielder. Tying run at the plate. Runner on the go. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
And now it's even up.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
The tying run at the plate stays alive.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
In the air, left side, on the move. He's got it, and that's the third out. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Carson Spires.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Number 9.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And the batter now, Zach Veen. The 2-1. Foul ball there. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that one is inside. Movement in the bullpen. Ryan Hoeing preparing to come on if needed. In the air, left field, down the line, hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 5.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Throw to second. He's safe. And he grounds one back up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they can't get the out.
Well, I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
So digging in, Adael Amador. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two on, 2 outs. And it's even up. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Comes through with the RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
First and second, 2 outs. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder. High fly ball out to left field. Settles under it. And that ends the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Junior Gomez. Here's the catcher. The Volunteers in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
And a swing and a miss there.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt. Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Got him looking. And one gone.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
The 1-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Under it. Brings it in for the 3rd out.
Now pitching.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Brian Hoeing. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Andres Chaparro getting ready to hit.
Andres Chaparro.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
And he hits a ground ball right side. 1 up, 1 down.
That's an out.
Now batting, number 25.
Snow will hit next. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 2. That one just misses.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Ozzie Bartlett in the on-deck circle. 2 down, nobody on. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the ground to first, and that's a fair ball. Now Ozzie Bartlett. The 1-1. There goes the runner. Line drive. He's there. He's got it. And that is that.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Seth Halverson.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again. The shortstop takes the ball. That one misses, and it's 3-2.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a foul straight back. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Slider misses outside.
2
Base
balls,
is empty,
2
1
strikes.
away here at the top of the 9th. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Halverson is just 1 strike away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. Yes, he did. It's ruled a swing and a strikeout, and this ball game is over.
This is just a nice win. 3-0 ball game. You feel comfortable about the 3 runs that you scored, but you also know that if you're not careful, a bloop, a base hit, and a home run ties everything up. But it was great pitching. Timely hitting really made the difference.